At the opening of polls, a few early risers made their way to two polling stations, the San Pedro High School and the Roman Catholic Primary School, to cast their votes. But by 9 a.m., lines had formed and extended all the way to the nearest block at both locations. By the look of things, no one could tell who was the favorite man and team, the P.U.P's Wally Nunes and his slate, or the U.D.P's Ruben Gonzalez and his councilor candidates. Gonzalez had served for 2 terms as councilor before, and he told News 5 earlier in the day that the concerns of the people were over infrastructure, primarily in newer parts of town that are still in the development stage.
There's a lot of streets that need to be worked on, and we have some plans. We think that we should put a maintenance crew for streets, and also we're going to work on a drainage system.
Oh, I see. Okay. Were you able to reach the masses that you had intended to? Did you reach everyone you wanted to?
Yes, we did reach, well, not everyone that we wanted to, but we reached about 90% of the people. And we also had our other executive members that were helping us in the other places where we didn't reach. They were just issuing out pamphlets and so on.
The P.U.P's Wally Nunes shared his view that the U.D.P could not deliver over the 18 years that it held the municipal office, and that now it was time for real growth and infrastructure development.
The people have been felt that they have been neglected in most of the areas in San Pedro, and this is way before COVID, so we cannot blame COVID for what has been the mismanagement. We have long-term plans and short-term plans, and the long-term plans we know we can start because we have a central government that is P.U.P, and we have all the backup from the government. We have the backup from our minister, we have the backup from the prime minister as well.
Nunes' predecessor, Daniel Guerrero, who has denied allegations that the outgoing council had transferred its golf carts to outgoing councillors, told News 5 that after serving for 9 years, he decided to throw in the towel because of the COVID-19 pandemic and because he wanted to spend quality time with his grandchildren. But he has his eyes on the bigger stage, he warned.
I decided, let me relax for a while and see what happens. But at the meanwhile, I'll be studying and observing what's going on in the national politics of Belize, and no point I'm retiring. I'm just taking a moment of relaxation.
National politics, meaning
national
you
politics,
want to...
Yeah, I want to see what's going on. I want to see first, but I'm not saying I will be stepping in there, but I want to watch. So I have the politics on my blood, so I will be there for a while.
For a few hours during the day, there was a lull in voter turnout and then a trickle that grew into another line of voters toward the closing hours of the poll. After the 6 cutoff point, the ballot boxes that were at the Roman Catholic Primary School were shuttled to the San Pedro High School campus where the counting of ballots took place. After the political parties' counting agents were allowed on the compound, the police closed the iron gate for the counting to begin. The official results were not released until after midnight when returning officer Manuel Heredia confirmed early predictions.
The number of votes casted for Mr. Wally Nunes for mayor is 3,462. For Mr. Ruben Gonzalez for mayor is 1,701. Therefore, the mayorship of San Pedro Tong has been won by Mr. Wally Nunes.
Nunes says that his council's first task upon taking office will be to conduct an audit of the finance and assets. Reporting for News 5, I'm Andrea Polanco.